it's my mula, and I'm coming to y'all out today with another bag talk. On my bag talk today, I will be talking about 5 ways to know that your friend is a frenemy. So the definition of a frenemy, we all know what a frenemy is, but if you don't, you know, you can either look up on the internet or I'm gonna give you my definition of a frenemy. My definition of a frenemy is somebody who pretends to be a friend, like in a mask. You see them as a friend, but when they take off their mask, they're really your enemy and they're only around you to sabotage you. And they may not even know that they're trying to sabotage you, but subconsciously they are sabotaging you. So these are 5 ways. There's many other ways to know, but these are 5 ways that I've noticed that a lot of people I know who have frenemies have these qualities or they do these things. So number 1 is every time, and I got my notebook, so if I'm looking down, that's why. Every time you tell them good news, it completely shift their energy. So every time you tell them that you done did something good, that you doing something good with yourself, their energy shifts. Or they want to throw something bad out there, or they want to downplay you, or they want to make you feel like, oh, yeah, that's whatever. Or they just not excited, like they not excited as a friend should be. When you tell a friend good news, for example, if you tell a friend, okay, you know, you want to be a newscaster and you got your dream newscaster job, and you tell your friend, hey, I just got my dream newscaster job, and they say, you know, like that kind of energy, like they say that or they have that kind of energy, like, and you know that musty silence that people have when they're jealous. You know it. And it don't have to even be jealousy. It could just be they just don't want you doing better than them. It's number 1 is that. If they do that, then that is one sign that they may be a frenemy. Number 2 is always makes you the butt of every joke constantly. So let's say if your friends make a joke, let's say they say something, but somehow the joke in the end ends up being about how you a goofy or how you a lame or how you let dudes play you all the time, and it's just like, we was just talking about the weather outside. How did a joke about me even come about? But if she constantly does that, makes you the butt of the joke or throws shade at you, unnecessary amounts of shade in a joking manner, like, sis, you need to leave her alone. Because let's say you are insecure about something and she throwing shade at you, like, oh yeah, that's why y'all just joking, and it's kick you say something, you ain't even trying to be mean, you say something to her, an honest thing, like, hey, you know, you should have did that was really nice. She said, oh well, that's why you got a gap. That's why, yeah, that's what people used to say to me. That's why I said that, because my gap used to be huge. They be like, and they knew I was insecure about that. When I say, you know, I'll say something about maybe some relationship they had going on, and they'll be like, oh, that's why you be with them, we treat you out like. What did I do? Why did this become about me? I'm just trying to help you out. So that's the second one. The third one is they never show up for you when you need it. And when they do show up, you will wish that they didn't show up. So what I mean by that, because that's really a complicated thing. Let's say you have a friend around them all the time, but when you need help, when you need somebody to affirm certain things to you, to maybe even help you move or help you with real stuff, like, I don't know, it has to be something that's important to you. You know what's important to you. It's a case by case, case by case. When you need them to come and help you with something that you express to people is important to you, it's important for them to be there for you. If somebody loves you, they're going to be there for you in certain ways. And they aren't there for you, but when they do come, they kind of are snarky, they're kind of rude, they're kind of trying to piss you off to the point where you won't want to ask them to do nothing again. They're just saying, you better be glad I'm doing this because I care about you, or you are so much work, I can't stand being around you, I don't even know why I deal with you most times. When they do stuff like that, when you ask them to do something and they act like they don't want to do it, but then they do it anyway, sis, this is another sign that they may be a friend of me. Period, point blank, period. Number 4, they compete with you or try to mimic you. Now, the mimicking you, that's a frenemy thing, but that's also, girl, that girl may be having an identity crisis. No cap. Anywho, if they try to compete with you, let's say you tell this girl, oh, I think Tommy is cute. Tommy is fine. And they're like, yeah, Tommy's straight. But then next week, you find out she's talking to Tommy. Or you say, oh, girl, I want that hairstyle. Like, that hairstyle is so cute. But then she tells you, that hairstyle ain't all that. But then next week, she got that hairstyle. Or if you tell her, okay, well, I'm finna start a business. And you say, I'm gonna start a business on this date. And she rushes to start a business a week before you started. The same kind of business. With the intent to compete with you. And there's other things you can do. You know how somebody can compete with you. You know certain friends can compete with you in some way. You know when somebody's blatantly trying to compete with you. Or if you're telling her you're doing something good, you give her some good news about you, which is the earlier one. But instead of her just having nastiness, feeling some kind of way, and acting all jealous, what she tries to do is she tries to, oh, well, I'm doing this. Like, it's a competition. Like, every time you give her something good about you, she tries to shoot something out that she's doing better, so you never feel like you are the prize or that you're doing good. You always have to feel like she's above you. And the last but definitely not least is when you guys fall out, they act I gotta throw the notebook for that one. Because, girl, what I mean is, every time y'all fall out, and I mean, y'all could fall out over a cupcake and this just go crazy on you. Like, you know the kind of fallouts where it's just like, they say, and it didn't even take that. Like, it's something so minute, but they get so big, blow up so hard, try to call you all kind of like really disrespecting you for no reason. And it's just like, when they do that, you can be upset, but don't be upset. Understand, okay, we might not supposed to be fucking with each other. Because if we was really friends, if we fall out, you shouldn't be so quick to, you know, get up in my face, get all, you know, ready to fight me type. Calm down now. Okay, so yeah, y'all, those are 5 ways to know if somebody is a friend of me. And there's many more ways you can know if somebody's a friend of me. I can come with a part 2, part 3, part 4. I can come to a part 1,000,000, girl, because I got so many friend of me stories, and I got so many ways that I found out that people was frenemies. And I would love to help you guys. So if you guys would want another one, you know, you can just let me know. And y'all be safe out there. Y'all need to really check and see if you have a friend that fits all 5.
Next caller, cause you ain't talking about nothing big.
Period. Next caller, you gotta let her go. You can't stay around these kind of people. Like, you really can't continue to be around people like that, because being around frenemies is only gonna drag you down. And if you really want to get around some real people, get around some real friends, you need to isolate yourself and work on yourself, heal yourself from all this hurt these frenemies done put you through, so you can get some real friends that don't exhibit these things. And if they do, they work on it to the point where you can't even tell. And if you tell them, hey, you're exhibiting a sign of something, they're like, oh wow, and they change. So that's all for today, y'all. If you have these people in your life that exhibit at least 2 or even 1 of these things, cut them off. It's 2021, sis. Cut them off. So thank y'all so much for coming to my bag talk. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. Bye.